Uh, just about entrepreneurship, I think I also do kind of similar stuff behind my corporate job and this content work. And I can tell you one thing that entrepreneurship has, like, people have romanticized the term entrepreneurship, that they feel मैं boss बन जाऊंगा या boss बन जाऊंगी and then everything is easy after that. It is in fact ulta, exactly opposite of that. That once you become entrepreneurship, then your responsibility grows 10x, and the number of people that you lead, now you're responsible for them. That becomes very challenging. If you do a job, you're the only person who's responsible, and you're just taking the responsibility of your own work, your own role, your own inputs that you provide in the job. But in entrepreneurship, I think if 40 people are working with you, then those 40 people, what are they doing? How are they growing in life? How are you making sure that their future and your future is secure? I think there are a lot of things happens behind the scene, and that is less talked about in entrepreneurship publicly. So yeah, I think that's pretty challenging. And with that, maybe let's have some of the key lessons that has taught you, or that was like, okay, this is something which I didn't plan for in entrepreneurship journey, and those challenges really made you think that, okay, this is going to be a big race, this is going to be a big mountain that I have to climb. Any such challenges that you have come across in your that journey?
So yeah, very well said. Like startups and the founder life is really glorified right now, but it's not a cakewalk. It comes with a lot of challenges. It comes with a lot of problems that you have to face. Um, if you ask about my challenges, one of the major challenges that I faced when I came back to my family business was that I had to learn everything from groundwork, like be it operations, be it finance, be it marketing. I had to learn everything from the base, from the foundation. So it felt like going back to school again and putting yourself out there and learning everything. So that was one of the major challenges. And then the second was to figure things out. Like um, what I do every day at my work is figuring things out. What's working, what's not working, what kind of strategy will work. And I failed a couple of times while I was building my LinkedIn, while I was doing personal branding for my clients. It took me 6 to 7 months to figure out what my audience is really attracted towards, what my community really relates to, and similarly for my clients. So it's a lot of trial and error, I would say, and definitely not a cakewalk. It takes a lot of courage. There are days when I don't want to show up. There are days when I just want to lie in bed and not do anything. But those are the exact days when you actually get up and do the work, and that gives you a lot of confidence.
It is indeed, indeed. I think that the that's a dark side about entrepreneurship, where challenges are hidden. But when you make to the mark, I think that's when it feels like it's all worth it. And with that, I think I'll move on to the next question, maybe, which is about in business, in entrepreneurial journey. It used to happen the way it used to happen 10 years back, and is happening now in 2025. It has changed a bit with Gen disruption, artificial intelligence coming in. Um, is there any such tools or any technology which connects to artificial intelligence that helps you in your journey to make the life easy? Uh, Maybe you can take us through that part where GenAI tools are helping you, like ChatGPT or something else.
Yeah, so basically with my content, I do not like to use a lot of AI. While I'm writing it for myself or for my clients, I do get the topics from AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude. I think Claude really works wonders in terms of content. But when it comes to writing the posts, that's majorly done by me, because I feel like if I use AI to write my post, then what is the differentiator? Anyone, like audience is really smart today. They can read through posts that are AI generated. They can read through posts that are fake also. So I feel like that's what will help me stand out my own words, my own tone. And this is the process that I follow for my clients as well. Like I decided tone for them, like a way of writing for them. And it differs from person to person because that is really based on their personality. And that's why the two tools that I use are ChatGPT and Claude, but pretty much that. Otherwise, all my content, I try to write it by myself.
Yeah, definitely. I think writing about content by yourself is something which is underrated because AI, like Claude, ChatGPT, nowadays, you put 3 lines and it gives you the whole LinkedIn post, and it is very much identifiable with those emojis that okay, this is AI generated. Also, the way AI thinks and creates the post and the way we human do think, I think there's a differentiator, and somebody who is into this world, I think they can easily spot it. And audience is, as you said, pretty smart to understand that as well. So if, having reliance on AI is good, but not with such content creation space maybe, because we are living in a world where um the organic things are valued more, be it a food, which is like organic foods, and be it a content, the human driven content. I think it's very much valued in 2025. So I think I pretty much agree on that. And whoever is watching this and they are into LinkedIn space or Instagram content creation space, be yourself. Like, do not use AI. Maybe you can use AI for some ideas support, but when you put the content, just put your heart out. I think that would be one advice we would give, and I think Kashish also aligns with that. Um, yeah, and yeah, please.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like um, the difference between humans and AI is that we have emotions and we have the ability to express those emotions. So I think we should use that and not let AI take away the one thing that we have and that will make us stand out. And that is emotions, that is empathy, that is understanding. AI can give you really brilliant content, but it can't give you content that is made with emotions, that is made with what you're really and actually feeling. And I think that's what made me and my journey on LinkedIn really easy, I would say, because I was always honest, I was always authentic. I've never said anything that I did not believe in, or never said anything that didn't happen in my life. And that's why I think people related with my journey. And same goes with my clients, same goes with really amazing content writers and content creators on LinkedIn or on Instagram.
Yeah, obviously it is. And I have seen and I actively follow your content on LinkedIn. I can say that it is written by just you and it's very organic and it's nice to read as well. Like when you write by your own, then when you start reading it, it becomes very interesting to read as well because it's a human to human connection that is happening there. So that's very important. And um, obviously we are giving few advices here, but let's extend that part itself in entrepreneurship journey. Like if there's any 20-year-old kid who's a student at the moment and they want to start their journey into, they want to build a startup or they want to go into a business world, what would you advise them? Like what should be their top 3 things that they should aim for, or what would be those okay, we can get into some follow-up questions, but what would be top 3 advices first that you would give to them?
I think the first thing that I would say is that research, in terms, not in only terms of like market research and just research on the internet, but ground level research, like going out and whatever it is that you want to build, be it a product, be it a service, go to the ground level and understand what's really happening, where's the gap, and how can you differentiate yourself. I think these three answers are really important when you're starting out. To find a gap basically will help you differentiate yourself, and when you differentiate yourself you are able to stand out. uh, and as the markets are getting saturated day by day, be it skincare, be it fashion, be it any B2B business that you go in, there are millions of people who are doing it. So how do you stand out? That is the real answer that you should find out. and that in the long run will help you differentiate yourself. In the long run will help you create a good identity and position yourself as like a market leader. And I think that is really very important.
Yeah, I agreed. And that comes with another question actually. That when somebody wants to start a startup or do entrepreneurship journey, one good thing comes in between is reputation. So people who do not even have started their journey, they care about reputation a lot. What if I fail? What if I go and talk to somebody and I feel like maybe I will look like stupid in front of people? So that sense of insecurity, because in entrepreneurship you have to connect to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You cannot sit in the room and become an entrepreneur or founder. You have to go out there, talk to people, connect with them, exchange those ideas, discuss it. Out of 10 ideas, maybe 7 will fail, 3 will pass. So that people interaction is very much required. But the problem with people interaction is there's a sense of fear that I might look stupid, and there are a lot of insecurities behind that. How do we overcome? And I think mainly the college students or freshers or somebody who's in the early stage of the career, how they should be dealing with all these insecurities and sense of fear.
I feel like whether you want to start your own business or start content creating or put yourself out there on social media, there's one thing that um, you have to believe in and you have to practice every single day is stop caring about what others are saying. Stop caring about what comments are coming your way. Stop caring about what the other person might think about you. Even in entrepreneurship, if you're meeting one person today, you might not even meet him the next time. So how does it even matter? And in content creation, I feel like if you're putting yourself out there, be real and own up to yourself, who you are. And I feel like that solves a lot of problems. This is who I am. This is what I know. This is what I don't know, and own up to it. And I think that's that's that can help you fight all your insecurities in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. And I think वो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना कि कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे लोगों का काम है कहना. I think that pretty much applies here, that people will just talk rubbish sometimes. They will talk bad. They will be bad mouthing about yourself, but ignore that and try to focus on what do you want in life. And
Yeah.
that oftenly that works. Right. So with that, on personal branding world, we would like to get some good insights. Did you start this journey? First of all, let's start with that. And once you started it, what were the challenges? If somebody wants to, and why personal branding is important today in 2025?
All right. So for my personal take, when I started LinkedIn, I actually wanted to start it way before I even went for my master's, but I was not able to. I would always procrastinate. I would always think that maybe next time, if I go to this event, I will post about that event. And once I came back and I had a lot of time to think about it, a lot of time to process it, I finally made a post, and without thinking anything, I just published it. And the response that I got actually really pushed me to do it even more. Secondly, I read a lot of posts about, from like really good creators on LinkedIn. I saw what's their journey been. I saw that they also did not get a lot of engagement in the first post, in first couple of posts as well, but they kept going. And I think that's the key. To first first thing is that you start. uh, you don't have to wait for your post to be perfect. You just need to hit publish. You can talk about your journey. You can talk about anything that happened to you, any anecdote in your life that you really feel about, and just hit publish. And I feel like that starts your journey. Secondly, learning what's working and what's not working. I think it's really important. You can read through posts of a lot of creators on LinkedIn. You can read through the guides they give. the advices that they give through their journey, and try to apply it in your own journey, in your own content creation. And I feel like a lot of trial and error will help you figure out what's working and what's not working for you and your community. And you don't have to find, and this is one thing that I tell a lot of people who come to me when they want to start LinkedIn, is that you don't have to find a niche right away.
Yeah.
You can start talking about anything and everything that you can think about, anything that you really feel strongly about. And once you do it for a couple of days, a couple of months, you are going to find a niche by yourself. Your audience is going to tell you that, okay, this is what we really like about you, and that becomes your niche. So there are a lot of people who wait to find a niche. Maybe I will talk about personal branding, maybe I'll talk about marketing, maybe I'll talk about entrepreneurship. But honestly, your audience might not like that about you. Your audience might not relate to that. So what's the point? So basically, this is a very big advice that I would give out, that talk about anything and everything that you feel about, and eventually you will find a niche, and that niche will become your identity. That niche will help you stand out and grow in your journey.